all this stuff that I imagined just happened, and it's an incredible feeling to sit around and to brainstorm something and then to just go and make that happen. And we had no constraints. You know, nothing was holding us back. We had very little to lose. And so we just went at things and, you know, kind of asked for stuff and imagined that we could do things that, you know, it's just that imagination, it's that preparedness to believe that you can do certain things. And I think that will stay with me forever. Not to mention, you know, incredible relationships. I mean, I got to travel quite a bit for work. You know, I attended conferences in several countries for work, which I didn't list on my list of travels where I was just thinking about social travel, but I got to go to conferences in Africa and Mexico and America, and I met these incredible people that some of whom I'm still in touch with, and I learned from them, and I had some, you know, and in the process of kind of running an organization at a young age, I got to meet with other people who are running organizations, you know, who were so many steps ahead of me, but who I built relationships with and who mentored me and who taught me an enormous amount, and I wouldn't have been able to meet those people had I not been in those situations that running Vibewire afforded me. I'll be, you know, eternally grateful for that.
Excellent. Last question before we have a short drink refresh break.
Actually, can I add one thing to that? It was actually because I got a grant from UNESCO in 2006 to study. We were setting up an incubator in Sydney, a space that people could set up projects and make art in and do all that sort of stuff. And I got a grant from UNESCO to travel around visiting spaces in North America. And so for 5 weeks I traveled around and meeting organizations who did similar work to us, who used media and arts to empower young people. And I had about 60 meetings in 5 weeks as I traveled around 10 countries, 10 cities in North America. It was relentless, and I was on my own. It was kind of lonely at times, but it was really exciting. And then I got to go to Burning Man in 2006. And it was thanks to that trip, UNESCO funded me to go to Burning Man, essentially. And so I have that.
That's a good one.
Do they know that?
I didn't include that in the acquittal.
Do you have any advice to the young people of the world who are all looking at you now on the internet?
Yeah.
They're all looking at you through the lens of that camera. And they want to know, geezer, can you give me some advice on how to do things? Maybe not the things you did, but how to do great things.
There's different things. You know, it's a clear. I mean, the trick to doing great things is believing that you can do great things. And you know, I just think it's the insane confidence that you can just get on with things and make it happen is what does make things happen. And if you worry, and I think for a lot of people, people get stuck on how. You know, you have this idea, and instantly you move into a how stage. And I think how questions are kind of difficult because how questions are often how things get blocked. People block ideas they don't like by asking how all the time. And I think that the powerful thing is to focus on why. Start with why. Get a really good why. And if you know the why, the how can often take care of itself. If you believe powerfully enough in your why this is worth doing, why this has to happen. You know, and if no one else is doing it, then it might as well be you. If you have the why down, the how takes care of itself. So I say, don't worry about the how.
Look at the kids of the world.
Don't worry about the how, focus on the why.
All right, this is going to be our commercial break. Take about 3 minutes, get a drink. We'll come back for the second part of the show.
We've got restrooms.